just welcome, and if you both of you could just explain your thoughts about joining the Trailblazers, your decision to join the team, and how you think you might fit in these obviously early days.
All right. Real excited to be here. Thank you. Just how I fit in and stuff, like you said, it's kind of early to, see and everything like that. But from everything I've seen so far, the facility, the teammates, everything like that, I think fitting in is going to be easy, and I think it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'd like to thank Neil and Coach and Paul Allen for bringing me here. And, it's going to be an easy transition for me. I'm just going to go out every night, just play hard. So everything, it's going to fall in line. And, it's a great organization. Got great fans, great city. So like you said, it's going to be an easy transition for me.
Neil was talking about how good both of you guys are already, and then the upside for you guys in your career and what you can bring to the team. How do you see your future going here in the NBA?
For me, I'm just going to continue to work, just grind every day, continue to get better, and, I still have a lot to prove. I think I can take my game to another level, just continue to work, and like I said, I'm just going to come in every day, work in the weight room, practice, after practice, and, things like that, just do all the little things, be professional like I always am. And, like I said, I'm just going to just grind it every day and just try to get better. And it starts in the off season and just being ready for training camp.
Not to piggyback off it, but what he said was perfect. Like he said, you just got to work every day. And as I've been around this league, I've seen the players that I want to be like, and that's what they do. Everything that he pretty much said, they work hard every day, even in the off season, even during the season, getting extra work in, different things like that. So, I just, don't say I wrote the playbook of how to be a good player. I just, seen other players and try to copy it.
Hey, Coach, what do you feel like these guys bring to the court, from a basketball standpoint? What do you like about their games?
I like the fact they're both young players. They both have a body of work already in the NBA for being young players. They're both very good defensive players with length. They're versatile defenders. I think that it's yet to be decided how we're going to play and incorporate them into our roster. But the fact that they've experienced some highs and lows in the NBA, and they've already, like I said, they've established themselves as far as what they can do on the court. And as they mentioned, as far as working, I think they both have room to grow as players. You haven't seen a finished product out of either one of them. And I'm looking forward as this season goes on, not with just these two guys, but a lot of the players on our roster, watching them improve, and these two are going to be a big part of that.
Neil, how much did your familiarity with Al-Farouq play into bringing him back here? Because he was, early in the process.
Look, there's an old adage, all transactions begin with familiarity. And, clearly I thought incredibly high of Rook. Drafted him 8th with the Clippers. He didn't really get a great opportunity there, but I continue to track his career. I've always been a huge fan of him, as a person too. He's a great kid, and it's amazing to be sitting here. He's married. He's got a baby on the way. He's on a new organization, and for us to make a long-term commitment to him where we can kind of grow together, it definitely had a factor because part of it. Look, you can watch film, you can scout, you can analyze games, but the more comfortable you are with players as people and how they're going to assimilate into your culture, the easier it is to go and make offers. I had an opportunity to meet Ed before during the draft process years ago in Los Angeles. Rook and I were together for a year. I continue to follow his career. Always say hello to him, try and catch up with him when we play against each other. So it was absolutely a factor because I think under the model that we're trying to build, I knew he would be a perfect fit, just like Ed, in that model. And they're guys that can grow with the organization, and we can benefit them as much as they can benefit us from a development standpoint.
Rook, kind of following up on that, you committed pretty early in the free agency process, and you tweeted out almost immediately that one of the reasons was your relationship with Neil. Can you speak to what that's meant to you and how big a factor that was in you deciding to come to Portland?
Right, like you said, familiarity, you know what I mean? It's just a comfort with it. And I mean, when you know what you're getting, it makes it easier to make a decision. And I mean, like my parents always say, when you see a good thing, don't doubt yourself. You know what I mean? Kind of like in basketball, just react. So I saw a good situation and I liked it, so I reacted.
Did you not want to meet with anybody else? Or were you just certain that Portland was the destination for you?
Like I said, when you know what I mean, when somebody shows you a good opportunity in order for you to grow and different things like that, and you're familiar with them and you know what the person's about and what they bring to the table, there's no point to try to see if it's another good situation, you know what I mean, or anything like that. In my case, I felt like count your blessings and keep on continuing on your path.
Ed, what type of player would you describe yourself as being? I mean, I personally said that you were a Tristan Thompson, guy who would hit the glass and rebound. I mean, what would you define yourself right now in your career?
I wouldn't say Tristan Thompson, but like I said, I'm a grind every night. Hit the glass, go and defend, rebound and do all the little things. So just right now I'm more of an energy guy. But like I said, I want to continue to work on my game and expand it. I shot like 50% from the foul line last year, so I definitely want to improve in that category. And like you said, I just want to keep growing as a player. And like Coach said, not a finished product. I have a lot to show. So like you said, just want to keep growing and just to continue to get better.
As a pick and roll big man, how much are you looking forward to playing with Damian Lillard?
A lot. He's gonna be the best point guard I ever played with. So it's gonna make a lot of things easier for me. Just because he attracts so much attention, and he's gonna get doubled a lot and things like that. So just being there and just being able to just set a good screen, I'm gonna be open most of the time. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And like I said, he's an all-star point guard, so he's gonna make everything easier. Especially on the big guys, and especially a guy like me who likes to play in the pick and roll.
Okay, we're going to cut it off there because we got to get ready for practice, but we'll make Al-Farouq, Ed, and Coach available for one-on-ones after, but we do want to do our quick photo shoot here, so we can go ahead and present the jerseys. Okay, that's good. Coach, if you want to step out, and then the two players with just Neil in the middle. We'll have, everybody up there. Very good. And then individually, so Ed, if you could.